So firstly, I will be giving the spoiler warning that it will be including till manga chapter 274 and the whole season 4 anime of My Hero Academia. So the people who don't like spoiler or don't want to watch or have not watched till that part should leave the spoiler warning as given. So as always, we'll jump right into it. So Katsuki Bakugo was the most loved character of My Hero Academia. What the thing that make him special is that under the arrogance that he lives in, under the whole willingness of killing Deku, of injuring the protagonist of this whole series, lies a kid that is frightened enough. When you see how layered the character is, you realize that your old misconception will be gone away that he's just an arrogant person who just want to hurt everybody and don't deserve to be a pro hero. But inside it, there's a kid that is shy, that is wholeheartedly been thinking that he's not enough, he is not be able to achieve what it meant to be, and he might upset many people that look up to him, and he will not become a pro hero and become the number one. That's what Bakugo really is. So why I made this conception is just because how the character was being structured. When we see from the starting of the series, we see him as a character who bullies the main character Midoriya to an extent that we think that how arrogant he really is. But when we see that how he helps other in problem, but when Midoriya try to overshadow him or see that his whole aura of being the number one, being the greatest, is being shattered by a quirkless, just hurted art more than anyone. That's what make Midoriya to be bullied by Akatsuki Bakugo. It's not because he just hates him or don't want others to be competitive enough. It's the fear in his mind that do so. But when we see that Midoriya was able to pass UA with Katsuki Bakugo, that's what changes his mind over Midoriya. He don't now look at him as an underdog who just trying to overlook his shadows, but the person who can be his competitiveness. When he see other characters like Shodo, he really found himself being a weakened state. That make him to look over others in a more delightful way and make him use his power as an arrogance and as a bullishness that he is the best and nobody is. It's just the fear of missing out or the fear of losing everything that he needs to be. But when we see that in the third season finale, Katsuki know that now Midoriya was being chosen to be the one for all. That is all might quirk. As the next prodigy, his heart shattered, and don't recognize that why he was chosen, what he is really lacking as a hero, what really it's mean. Because when we see that he was the one who been captured, was the only person that we think that it might turn to be the next Sasuke of anime and become the next villain of it and supporting Shigaraki events, but he still keeps his calm and composure to get out of that hatred world, to not let the power overflow him. Even being offered a great power boost, he still delightfully not take that and say, I will be the hero, the number one hero, and not will gonna support you. That's what Katsuki Bakugo is. He's the one that not seem as a hero, but the one whose rational approach is so irrational that everybody seems that is too arrogant and not using the opportunity to it to the extent, but using his technique and how diligently he do so, making special. He's a person who has used the quirk in a more effective way than anybody of his classroom. His quirk may not be that flashy, but the use of it by him make it flashier enough, and his power being explosion might be one of the attacking technique, but it also can affect him in a very great battle. But one thing is for sure, that he's the one who is scared enough. When we see that he was defining his own hero life and was changing him to become the next pro hero, he tried to follow the path of Midoriya to save everybody else, not to fight with villains, because from his birth he has taken that the pro hero is that take the responsibility to fight the villain, not to protect everyone. But when he tried to do so, he loses the battle of gaining the pro certificate. that shatter his mind and say what the real path he truly is. But in the next part, when he get the pro license, he's tried to overcome that fear, but he was not able to win still, and that make him change his mind that his own way is the right way. But he should also know that why, when and where to protect everyone else, because a pro hero is who that protect everyone. So in the last manga chapter, we see that Katsuki Bakugo, Todoroki and Mirio were the one who is in training under the number one pro hero Endeavor. That's changed my mind a little bit. That's why these three were chosen. Todoroki was for sure will going under Endeavor because he was the one that will be learning Flash Fire and will be inheriting the whole quirk of Endeavor and becoming the next number 2 or number 3 hero, because I don't expect him to become the number 1 in the presence of both Katsuki Bakugo and Midoriya and other greater characters like Hawks and others. But when we see that why Endeavor want to teach them, we realize that he has no one influence over them both. He's just taking him because Todoroki has said them so. But as a pro hero, he asked them why you want to become a pro hero and why you are taking in my academy as a member of the number 1 institution. Midoriya says, I want to learn that what the truly pro hero really do in their work. But the person that astonished me the most, the answer that literally make everybody think that what changes it has really make to have in Kanchan mind, that is when you say that I'm not here to learn anything from you. I'm here to learn that not what I can do, but what I lack as a pro hero, because I think that I'm too perfect for it. That might seem for most people to be an arrogant statement and to be a statement that pro hero will not understand that much. But Endeavor being one of the most closest in personality to Kanchan, but Endeavor being one of the most closest personality to Bakugo, was the one who was able to understand that he's not able to understand what pro hero really is, what a true hero or symbol of peace really meant to be, because in his whole life he understands that pro hero work is to just defeat villain no matter what. But over the time he realized that it's also to save others no matter what it is. Even in the ranking system of UA entrance exam, we see that what the polar opposite between both Midoriya and Kanchan was there. That Midoriya was number 1 in protection and Bakugo was number 1 in attack. That make the polar opposite to be there, but their whole combination make them a different pair altogether. They are maybe both completely opposite in character wise, but in my opinion they are both the most closest. They're the polar opposite that need to be there to support them both, because Midoriya is just too overprotective and Bakugo is too over aggressive. That make their both combination to be the hero that can be the new symbol of peace. So in my opinion, Bakugo will become the symbol of peace with Midoriya. There may be two peace symbol, because the one that protect everyone and the one that kill everyone or defeat everyone will be the right word to say. But in the last chapter we see that what Bakugo's statement really are. The pro hero work is to protect everyone. That was the inspiration he has taken from Midoriya to save everyone. Even that shocked Midoriya at some moment of time, because he was letting away to save himself. But Bakugo jumps toward him and say, we are gonna save everyone. That changes my mind over Bakugo more than ever. He's been changing over and over the time to just become not an arrogant kid, but a layered character that have some motivation to becoming a pro hero, not a person who just want it for fun and to kill villains. So that was a character analysis of Bakugo. He's a kid that is shy from inside and but support to be an arrogant bitch, to being an arrogant kid from outside. He's the one who is scared the most, not the most aggressive all the time. That makes Bakugo my favorite character altogether. So if you like my views over Bakugo or have any objection, then comment down below. Hit the like button if you like the video, and do subscribe to my channel, because other character analysis of My Hero Academia and other anime characters are already there and will also be coming on a regular basis. So as always, goodbye.